Hello and welcome to the GeoPoker channel. Hope you are doing well. I am back after my 2-week break with an urban world, no moving, and I still want to get those 25,000 points, that perfect score. Let's see if today's the day. Let's see if the stars align and I get those 5 perfect rounds in a row. And if you wish so, you can of course play along by clicking the link in the description. And yeah, let's get right into it. Oh wow, this is not Google imagery, interestingly. Very unusual for Mapper to not include that. Rather to include non-Google imagery. Very interesting. So we have Amstel beer, which I believe is that Dutch? I think it's Dutch. In a place that doesn't really look like mainland Netherlands, like at all. So may we just be in a Dutch overseas territory, or whatever they officially call it, you know, something that belongs to the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Probably. Now, there are not too many places, and most of them, or maybe even all of them, are in the Caribbean. And I think there's Curaçao. No, wait, Curaçao. What am I saying? That's not as not a Dutch one, of course. Which are the Dutch ones? Just a second. Or was it Curaçao? No, it was Curaçao actually, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, so Curaçao is one. Aruba, I think, is one. Which other ones? I think there's at least one more that I'm missing here. Martinique, St. Vincent and Grenadines. Not sure. But I think these ones are probably the main contenders. So I'm going to go into the biggest city that I can find here, which is, it could be Oranjestad, which seems quite large, or Willemstad. Is there any larger shop around here? Probably not. Can we see the coast? Nope. Can we see some mountains? Not really. Maybe a tiny hill over there. So what I'm trying to say is it's quite flat. And this island here seems flat. This island seems more mountainous. So I'm gonna stick with Willemstad. And I don't know. This is fairly north-south, this road. So let's try, I don't know, somewhere over here. Oh wow, it was it was a correct city actually. Over here. Nice. Not a perfect score, but I'll take it. This is pretty good, I would say. Now the next one looks also kind of Caribbean / South American. We have some Spanish writing down there. Yep. Definitely Spanish. So I don't think we're in Brazil. Beyond that, it's a tough one. The number plates do not look yellow, so I don't think we're in Colombia. But anyway, I'm not so sure if we're even in South America. I have a feeling we're in the Caribbean again. It just looks like that. Look at that, PTR. Could that stand for Puerto Rico? Probably not, but it's an interesting little detail. Difficult one. I mean, in Puerto Rico, yeah, it's certainly somewhat kind of a part of the US, but you would have some Spanish there as well. So it could be Puerto Rico, but then the number plates don't really look that American, or do they? Possibly. This is certainly a tough one. It could be maybe Guatemala. Most of these islands don't have much Google coverage. So, you know what? I am going to go into Puerto Rico, into San Juan, because I know for a fact that they do have the studio coverage. So I'm just going to give that one a shot. Yeah, this road is going east-west. Also more of a suburb, it seems. Let's try somewhere over here. Oh, it was Mexico. Certainly right about the Caribbean feeling of it, but it was just good old Mexico. Alright, don't get that too often on GeoGuessr for some reason, but today I did. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. It was a good chance of getting a really good score, but doesn't matter. Let's still enjoy the game. Let's try to make the best of it. This looks Japanese. Does it not? Yep. I think I should really start doing NMPZ games. I think I would be okay at it. Where are we in Japan? Looks more southern to me. It's one of the larger cities, for sure. It looks very clean, very neat, even for Japanese standards. While I do not know too much about Japan, what I do know is that, like, you know, Tokyo is usually very, very clean and very neat, and it really looks like a big city, while a place like Osaka, for example, is a bit more alternative. You know, you would find more bars, more cafes, more restaurants there. It doesn't look that clean, that sterile. So I don't think we're in Osaka. Beyond that, though, I don't really know much about the other cities. But since I believe we're fairly southern and in a pretty big city, I would go for Okayama. I don't think I've ever had Okayama, so I'm just gonna go for it. Let's just give it a shot. Let's just go somewhere down here. And let's see. It was Tokyo. It was in fact Tokyo. Yeah, well, that's your average Japan guess right there. It's okay. I'm not too unhappy about that. Oh wow, that's a very distinct building. I think we're in the US. Well, it's Fargo, yeah. I mean, well, it's the US, so Canada, it's the US. Can we figure out the city? That would be splendid. What does it say right there? It says schedules, and then it says horarios. So it seems like there is a very big portion of the population here that speaks Spanish, maybe. Although I have to say it doesn't look very southern, but I might be wrong. I don't know the US too well. Interesting. It's quite interesting. But I mean, my guesses were somewhere down here. California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. Because if they have a bilingual bus schedule, then we're pretty close to Mexico, I would say. And this is not the biggest of cities. I mean, this is certainly not Houston or Dallas. It's one of those smaller state capitals, maybe, you know? Maybe even Albuquerque. It could be Albuquerque, for all I know. Yeah, difficult. Maybe somewhere down here. Tucson would be an option. I mean, the foliage seems quite southern. And by southern, I mean this southern, not this southern. Very big difference. Yeah. I'm just gonna go into a few medium-sized cities here. I mean, medium-sized. I mean, I'm sure Tucson's a huge place, but you know, not Dallas or Houston size. And I'm just gonna go into the city center and see if I can maybe find some buildings like this. Wells Fargo building, maybe. What is this anyway? Huge, distinct building, but I just can't find any writing here. Very annoying. Is it here though? I feel like Tucson is also too big. Really. I think it's a smaller place. You know what? Maybe it is Las Cruces? Could it be? Nah, I think I'm gonna go for Albuquerque. You know what? Let's not overthink this. I think it could very well be Albuquerque. It's pretty much in the center, I would say. Wherever the center is here. This city is like 95% outskirt, it seems. Somewhere around here, right? It's just that this intersection is quite... there's a little roundabout here. Quite a few large buildings there. Maybe around here. Let's just give this one a shot. Oh, it was all the way down here in El Paso. Interesting. And I'm really curious to see what was it that we saw. It was the U.S. Federal Courthouse in El Paso. Interesting. All right. Not the worst guess, though. I think it's okay. Was there any clue that I missed? If I did, please let me know. Always trying to improve my game. Last round. And... ooh. No number plates in the front. Are we in the US again? I have a feeling we are. Yep. Oh, this might actually be really useful. We're on the 408, or close to the 408, if I can read that correctly. Exit 82A maybe doesn't help that much, but we're certainly in the US. Again, not the largest of cities, but certainly one of the larger ones. Is that the 408? I'm just gonna look for that. Just let me think. There are not too many states in the US that don't have the license plate in the front, and I think most of them are in the south. And this time, I mean this south. I just don't remember which ones they are, but maybe I can find the 408. How small is that? Like, how far do I have to zoom in? Not too much, right? Like, these are the ones that I'm looking for, supposedly. Oh, if only I would remember which are the ones. I think Indiana is one of them. Or was it Ohio? I'm not sure. Just randomly guessing now. We have river here, it seems, or? Nah, not sure. Maybe not. Annoyingly, there are no place names. Yeah. You would think that there are plenty of clues here, and I mean there are, but I just really don't know how to use them efficiently. So I think, again, I'm not gonna waste too much time on this. I'm gonna go to Indianapolis. I'm gonna find a fairly big cluster of roads like this one, and I'm just gonna give it a shot. Oh, you have received a new badge. All right, thank you. Oh, it was down in Florida. Yeah, that was one of the ones. Now I remember. In Orlando we were. In fact, okay. Let's view the summary. Kind of a mediocre game this was. Not too happy with it. So if you have some clues, some advice for improving, it's very much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you did, please feel free to like and subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.